Hello there, it's Mary Lou, and I have a new journal to share with you. I'll tell you right up front that all the details, I'm not going to go into size or anything. Everything's down below in the show more area. I want to just focus on the journal. There's another thing I need to tell you. This will be my last journal that I make this year until after Christmas. I'll probably start one after Christmas. But this is it. So with this one, there are now 3 journals on my website that you can look at and consider purchasing. I put a lot of time and a lot of bling and a lot of materials in all 3 of the journals I have on my website. So take a look at them and let's get started on this one. Okay. Oh gosh, I think it was last year. I purchased a bunch of fabric from Chris Rollins. You can find her on Junk Journal Boutique on Facebook. Chris, C-H-R-I-S-S, Rollins, R-O-L-L-I-N-S. I will list her name down below as well. But anyway, so some of the fabrics that are on this cover that I handmade are from her. Others are from another gal that I purchased from on Facebook, and that's Debbie Newman. So, let me show you the tassel first. I handmade the tassel. It is removable so that you can take it off when you want to journal. It won't be in your way. I made the tassel myself. I hand dyed every seam binding ribbon that you see in here. I hand dyed myself, but there's velvet ribbon and 2-color ribbon and lace. There are some charms. There's one, and beads. Let me get that out of the way. There you go. There's a dress and made with love. And then the other one has a hummingbird, a flower, and lots of pearls. Okay, but the main one is right here, and it's a butterfly with purple and lavender beads in it. Okay, so there you have it. It's as long as the spine is, and it just connects to the back of the spine. I thought that would be the best way. So I'm going to set that aside, and now we'll take a look at the journal. I'm going to bring it up close to you, but hopefully not too close. I want you to see that there's lace all the way around the edges, different kinds of lace, different colors, all staying in that purple lavender family, violet. What did somebody else said? Lilac. There's a lot of colors here. There is fabric that has been embroidered on. There is some more done here, and there's a lace or a ribbon, a flower. There are bits of crocheted doilies here, all over. Here's more. Here's some appliques with some beads and sequins. There's some more. I'm hoping you're getting to see this. Okay, I love this one. This one came from Debbie Newman, and I cut it in half actually, so because I only had so much. So see that silver thread running through it? It's so beautiful. I didn't do anything to cover the spine because I didn't want to cover all this beautiful detailing that's here. You can see on the back there's plenty more bling as I use different laces, different doily pieces here, and like this one here. And there, and some appliques, and some pretty trim ribbon, more of the crochet that I cut and placed. Everything will be described down below, so you'll learn more there. The ribbon on the tie closure, I usually just put one piece and fold it in half and put it through, so you have, but I did 2 pieces of lace, ribbon, on each side. So you can see there you get 4, and there are 2 different colors. So you got some more there that's just pretty. All right, let me show you inside. I did use my kit called Sweet Violets to create this entire journal. There will be an add-on kit because I had to add a whole bunch more because this journal is over 100 pages long, and you'll see that. It has lots of places for journaling. Here I have this journal belongs to. There's a pocket here with a doily, and then there's a tag inside. Plans are dreams in the making. I did do stamping and stenciling. There's the first page, and you can see I put lace on that page. It's lined here. Here's a double pocket with some lace on it. There's a 2-inch circle, and then this is a vellum envelope with some tea-dyed papers, which is what I use throughout the journal, tea-dyed papers. I will put a list of all the different kinds of papers I used in the journal as well. This is where my story begins, and it's lined. There's a tag. I love that one. This is in the new kit, the add-on, as is this. Okay. Here's a little, like a, I don't know, a strip of 110-pound cardstock. I put a little tuck spot here, and there's a card to journal on. On this side, there's a pocket that I made out of a doily, and I backed it with 110-pound cardstock so it'd be more secure. There's a card in it, and there's a little, just a pretty cutout that I put in the kit. And then I went through, the only other thing I added was some sayings from, some poems and things from, what's her name's, oh gosh, the Country Diary. I cut out some of those. Can't think of her name, it'll come to me. Here's some pretty dotted paper that's really popular for journaling on. Oh, and I didn't show you the lace, and oh, let me show you. It opens up. I forgot that part too. There's some beautiful lace. There's a pocket hidden inside with a couple of cards in there. And then over here, make sure I'm in frame, there's some notes, and it opens up so that you can journal there as well. So you've got lots of room to journal, and it can be hidden, so it can be secret if you want it to be. Here's a pretty side pocket, side loading pocket with some beautiful, this lace, I think it must be vintage, but I'm not positive. I think I got that from Debbie Newman. Here's a couple of cards from the kits. And there's a belly band with a dress form in it. And it has a tab that you flip open, and there's another a piece that I cut out, and it's on the other side is a doily, so I just glued the doily onto the cardstock and then cut around it. That took a little time, but it made it really pretty, I think. I have 2 layers of lace and then a piece of cardstock in there to give it more strength. And there's a card and a little ticket, 30-cent ticket. Over here I cut out a lady and put her there, and in this tall pocket is this large booklet filled with tea-dyed papers. So that gives you even more places to journal, and it just slides back in. This is a vellum page, and I will be offering these pages in another paper collection that I've got almost done. There's another page from the kit with lines here. Here's another little flip. On this side, I put a card, and this I added this on, and I did use some stickles here and there throughout the journal. On this side, there's a pretty little snippet with lace and trim and a bow made out of ribbon, and then a little flower. A little violet, it looks like. And that's got a stamp on it. And over here is a corner tuck with this card and this one. And I did do some printing with violets on the parchment paper that I added to the kit. There's some stenciling. There's a tea-dyed page. Okay, here's a triple pocket that I created. I believe I learned how to do this from Yvonne Preston. There's a pocket down here, and it's got even lace and doily back here. It's got this card in there. And then there's a couple of cards inside there. So it's actually 4 places to put things. Okay. Hearts on a string in the center of the first signature. Here's a tag, a very large tag with a little girl and her doggy. She's holding some pretty violets. There's your Tiffany stamp. And then back here, there's a tab you can pull out. And here's another large booklet filled with tea-dyed papers of various sizes and shapes, and I stamped many of them. Okay, and that just slides back in there. Some more tea-dyed papers and parchment. There's another little flip. I made a belly band here with the little hand. And there's a little card, a Burpee's seed packet. Either a seed packet or it's their catalog. An old catalog from 1800s, 1897. Okay. And then I put some journaling space here. There's another lined page. There's another beautiful page from my kit. And then there's the other side of the vellum. Here's the other side of that piece that I created. There's the other side is the doily. And there's 2 different kinds of lace here with cardstock to reinforce. And there's a couple of cards for you to journal on. Pretty cards. You can see I made some polka dots when I was tea dyeing. Okay, here's a pretty belly band that I created. And this side is of an envelope. This was something that I got in my kit from Debbie Newman. I thought it was beautiful because it's all crocheted. And then this is an embroidered violet on there. So here's the little booklet. Has a poem on the front. And then it has tea-dyed and stamped pages inside. And it just tucks back in there. On this side, we have a little pocket with a tag. And you open that up, and in this side, in the envelope, is this picture of this gal. And there's a pretty gal here. I'm hoping you're seeing all this with pretty lace. Here's another pocket, or a tag. I call them tags. They're pieces of cardstock that are inserted into each signature. So, and there's a little snippet of lace, and more lace here. There's a couple of little cards. In the snippets is some dyed cheesecloth and some ribbon and the little flowers. And then on this side's a tuck spot with a card in it. I just wanted to add that color everywhere. It's so beautiful. And there's another tea-dyed page. There's the end of the first signature, sorry. Okay, on to the second. There's a pretty page from the kit with lace on the edge. And here's I like to make these blouses. I'm not sure who created this little idea, but I like to make it a little blouse. So I put some flowers here and some lace. In the pocket is a pretty card. And you can see it's all lined on the inside. I haven't done that before, and I really liked that look. And then behind it is this large tag with lines on it for you if you want to use them. And here's an envelope with a closure. And inside is some tea-dyed papers. So you can, again, write some little notes to put in there. Or if you don't want that in there, you can take it out and fill it with what you want in it. that's the part that's fun, making it your own. Okay, here's another piece of cardstock that I set there, and I put a pocket on it with pretty these flowers and this adorable little girl. On this side, there's a place to do some notes, and this also flips up, and you can bring it out full length. Okay, here's a part of a page, and on it is a pocket with another dress form. It's pretty. This is really beautiful lace. I don't know where Debbie got this from, but I'm going to have to get some more from her because it's just gorgeous. Today I will. There's a beautiful doily, one of my favorite kinds, the French doily, square doilies. And here's another beautiful vellum page, lots of violets on it. Here's a page from the kit with lined page over here. There's a place to do some journaling. And over here is another poem written by Shelley, and I put some lace and some pretty trim. Over here we have a V-shaped pocket, and it opens up both sides, so you can put them both in there. There's a card. You can use both tuck spots is what I'm saying. Here's a very unusual card, or a tag, a long thin tag, and here's an envelope with tea-dyed papers in it, and that's quite a big piece, so you can do lots of journaling in there. I left you lots and lots of rooms on the pages themselves, but also in the little envelopes and in some of the little booklets. There's parchment, and this is tea-dyed over here. Some stamping. Here's a side-loading pocket with a double layer of beautiful lace. Here's a card. It says Vintage Finds. Okay, my phone quit on me, so now let's start right where I left off. I was showing you this beautiful lace. This was the other piece that I had left, so I had just enough to make a belly band here on this doily. And inside is another new kit that I'm going to be offering shortly. I think it's ready to go, but I wanted to show it to you. It's one of my mini folders, and it comes with all the little miniatures, and I wanted to show you that you can use it like this. And so I added a bunch of parchment paper in there for you. So there's another little booklet, and this one I just made to cinch closed that way. So there's that. And on the other side's just a beautiful page to look at, and you can journal on it if you want to, or make another pocket, whatever you want to. Here's another vellum page that I'm going to be offering. And here's a page from the kit with lines on the other side. Whoops, I forgot to shut this. Let me do that. Okay. Okay, here is a pocket here and then a little corner spot. And in it, I put this, and I just left it plain in case you want to add a stamp on it or a flower or whatever, but I thought it just looked nice plain in that color, so I left it. And on the little corner pocket is another beautiful piece of lace with cheesecloth behind it, and then this little flower. In the pocket down back here, you can see I printed the flowers that I gave you in the kit on the parchment. There's a tag, and then I also created this large mason jar or canning jar, and it has some violets inside. And there's some writing space for you, and there's lots here. And on this side is a little tuck spot, and I just put this little flower in there for you to use wherever you want, and then you can put your own whatever you want in that pocket. Here's another pretty pocket. You can see the birds holding the flowers. And in the pocket is a lovely lady dressed in lavender. And then there's a bingo card. There's another space to do some journaling. And here's a little corner pocket with a doily and a flower. And in it is this pretty vase again. And then another poem from Sir Henry Wotton. No, excuse me, Sir Harry Wotton. He has several R's in his name, so I can't tell if it's Harry or Henry, but I think it might be Henry. Anyway, beautiful poem that has information that talks about a violet. Best day ever on parchment. And flowers on parchment, and then another lined page. And there's the other side of that vellum. There's another one of these. And they made another little pocket with lace, different kinds of lace, and cardstock down the middle. And then there's Queen Mary's Violet Water. So she's in there. And then there's a small envelope with parchment paper in it. Another good sized piece for you to journal on. You can tell I like envelopes, can't you? I think you can. Okay, here's a belly band with a lovely lady on it. And there's a tag that says violets. Today I will. There's some more stenciling. There's another little pocket with a fan with violets on it. I thought that was a pretty fan. And there's some journaling space. You can't skip and be unhappy at the same time. That's true. Here's a double pocket with a snippet on the front and some lace running across. There's admit 1 and admission. So 2 admission tags or cards. There's a pretty lady all dressed in lavender. And then here's a postcard with another vintage lady on there. Plans are dreams in the making. And there's the last page. And I just loved how these came together. I thought that gives you a wide spread of violets and so pretty. There's the back pocket and this card in it. Okay, that is the journal and the tassel that attaches, like I said, right here. Just set it back on very easily. This will be available on my website, so all the links will be down below. Thank you if you stuck around this long to listen to my journal, to my presentation of this journal. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful day and evening. God bless you. Bye-bye now.